Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another pre-recorded lesson video. Today is Monday, November 16th. Hopefully, those 2 days last week, Thursday and Friday, helped y'all catch up a little bit, and you're doing well in this class, but also in your other classes. Okay. Remember, this is the last week before Thanksgiving break. Grades do get finalized on Friday for progress reports. I know it's a shorter turnaround. It's because of, that week we're going to have off next week. So just make sure that you're turning in your grades or turning in your assignments so that you can get grades instead of zeros, okay? So I do have a couple of announcements before we do get started. So again, finish up assignments/assessments that you're missing. There will be a major assessment uploaded today, sort of around, I want to say around 3 p.m. It'll be uploaded. You'll have until Thursday to complete it. It's just a major assessment, like a test over what's happened in the book so far, like theme, summarizing, and characters' attitudes towards war, right? But we've been covering that during class, so y'all should be fine. Remember, grades will be finalized on Friday before Thanksgiving break for progress reports. So make sure that you're not only caught up in this class, but your other classes, okay? But other than that, let's get started with what the lesson is today, because I think it is a pretty important one. So what we're going to be going over today is summary and how to summarize effectively, because I feel like a lot of y'all are still struggling with it. And we're going to be going into theme a little bit this week. So it's important that we know how to summarize effectively, because you need to be able to summarize a text before you find the theme, okay? So what a summary is, it's basically a short paragraph of the central idea or the basically what's happening in a text, right? And summaries, it should be in your own words. And summaries are not a place for, your own opinions, your background knowledge, or any personal information about yourself. It should basically just be what the text is about, right? It should be nice and short. Remember, the longer the text is, the longer your summary is going to be, okay? Moving on, how to summarize, you should always read the text fully, and always ask yourself, what was this text about, right? Because you need to know what the text was about, what the text is trying to tell you, and what the author is trying to get you to learn from it, right? As you can see below, your summary should be in complete sentences. You should never your summary should never be like 1 or 2 words. It should always be in complete sentences. And it should cover the main point or the key ideas of the text. Okay, basically what the text is mainly about, and the evidence that you see in the text that help you understand why it is what the main point is, right? The evidence, you always need evidence to help support your main points. It should be in your own words. You shouldn't just be quoting the text directly in your summary. You should always translate it into your own words, your own interpretation of what the text is about. And again, it shouldn't just be a word or two. It should always be in complete sentences, okay? And if the text is super short, your summary could very well just be a sentence, right? But it should never be only a word or two, okay? And what should go in my summary, or should it go in my summary? Only the major ideas and the necessary information should go into a summary, okay? So only what the central idea of the text is and the evidence that help you see that central idea should go into your summary. You should always ask yourself, do you need this information to understand the text? And if the answer to that question is yes, then put it into your summary, but you put it into your own words, right? Don't just take it directly from the text. Always put it into your own words and put it into your summary, right? If that information is necessary for you to understand what's happening in the text, then it should definitely go in your summary. You should always ask that question whenever you are writing a summary, okay? And what the main idea and the key points, what they are, is the main idea is what the text is about, okay? The main idea is what the text is about. The key points are arguments or information that is used to support the main idea, so the evidence, right? And your summary should only include main ideas or key points, and again, in your own words. Okay, you should never just be taking directly from the text. You should always be translating it into your own words. And that is what the summary should be about. It is the main idea and the key points that help support that main idea, okay? So I have a little example for y'all here. It's a short little paragraph from an article I found, and I'm providing this example because I want y'all to see what a bad summary is and what a good summary is, okay? So, a penny for your thoughts. If it's a 1943 copper penny, it could be worth as much as $50,000. In 1943, most pennies were made out of steel since copper was needed for World War II. So the 1943 copper penny is ultra rare. Another rarity is the 1955 double die penny. These pennies were mistakenly double stamped, so they have overlapping dates and letters. If it's uncirculated, it'd easily fetch $25,000 at an auction. Now that's a pretty penny. So that paragraph was basically about two types of pennies, right? So I'm going to show y'all what some bad examples of summaries are, and I do see a lot of y'all do these whenever I ask you to summarize. So some incorrect example of some summaries that I might find is this text is about pennies. And why that is wrong is because this response is way too short, okay? While it is a complete sentence, it's not basically what the text is really about, right? And it doesn't include any key ideas that help support that, right? And another example is the 1943 copper penny is worth a lot of money. Copper was hard to get during the war, so there aren't many of them. The 1955 double die penny is worth a lot too. These pennies were stamped twice on accident. That's a little bit better, but why that is an example of an incorrect summary is there's just too much fluff, too much unnecessary stuff in there, right? It doesn't really have the necessary key information, right, that the article really was trying to point you towards, right? The main idea isn't clear. That's not really what the main article was about, right? Just too much information in there and very unnecessary information, okay? So what an example of what a good summary is this text is about two very rare and valuable pennies, the 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die penny. So this shows us, the key information, right? It is basically telling us, this article is about two very rare and valuable pennies, and it names them and gives the dates. You don't have to go into why they're valuable, right? Just show that, these two pennies are very rare and valuable, right? And you don't have to go into why they are. Just say, this article is about two very rare and valuable pennies. That is an example of a great summary right there. Remember, it doesn't include unnecessary information about why they are valuable, how much they're worth. Just nice and to the point, okay? And again, it's a complete sentence, and it's in my own words, right? I didn't just completely take it from the paragraph we just read. I put it into my own words, okay? So this is something I want y'all to do. It's your turn. It's a nursery rhyme. Hopefully you heard of this whenever you were a kid. It's Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Up Jack got, and home did trot as fast as he could caper, and went to bed to mend his head with vinegar and brown paper. So I want y'all to read through that paragraph again, or that little nursery rhyme, and basically write down what you think the summary is in your own words, okay? And then come back to this video and I'll share with you what I think my summary was, and we could compare, okay? So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you wrote down a pretty great summary, and then we can compare with what I put. There's a lot of information right here. A lot of y'all, in my opinion, would probably put, Jack went up a hill, to get water, fell down, Jill came after him, and Jack went home to, fix himself, which that is a pretty good one, but there's some unnecessary information in there. What I would do to make it as short and sweet as possible and effectively summarize in my own words, I would put Jack fell down, he hit his head, and then he went home to fix it, right? That's basically all I would put. And that's basically what this nursery rhyme was about, but I put it in my own words, right? It said Jack fell down, broke his crown, basically hit his head, and Jack got up to go home and fix it with vinegar and brown paper, right? So that's what I would put. I would put Jack fell down and he hit his head, then he went home to fix himself up, to make himself feel better. That's basically what my summary would be. Your summary could be that short because this text is so short, right? It has the key information in there. It has everything else, right? Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, your summary could be that short. Whenever you are summarizing a longer text, let's say like a chapter from the book, it's going to be a lot longer. Okay, as you can see from the summaries I've been providing for y'all in the chapter summary of the book, the summaries are longer because the chapters are longer. So how you would summarize a book is you would write down what you think the main idea of that chapter is, maybe write down where the setting is, where the people, the characters are, write down some information about the characters, and then what the characters are doing, right? That's basically how you would summarize a book. And obviously, I'm going to give y'all some chances to practice that later on. But I just wanted to share with y'all just what summaries really are, because it feels like some of y'all are struggling. If this practice helped y'all, let me know. If it didn't, again, let me know so that I could tailor it more towards you and how you learn. Okay? But that's basically really it for this lesson. Remember to finish up assignments and assessments, catch up on work, okay? Because the assessment is being uploaded tomorrow. So catch up on as much work as you possibly can. If you have any questions about the assessment while you're taking it, just let me know. You have 2 opportunities to take it. Remember, it's due Thursday, okay? So, but if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, email me or message me on Schoology. But other than that, that is it for this pre-recorded lesson video, and I will see you all for the next one. Bye.